Defining channeling and the universal flow. We begin our exploration by establishing a clear definition of channeling, recognizing it as much more than simply communicating with the dead. Channeling is the intentional practice of allowing non-physical consciousness to communicate through a physical vessel. This process involves the practitioner, the channel, entering a heightened or altered state of awareness to temporarily adjust their energetic frequency, thereby bridging the vibrational gap between the material world and the vast, high-frequency spirit realm. This realm encompasses a diverse population: ascended masters, spirit guides, guardian angels, benevolent extraterrestrial beings, elemental forces, and the consciousness of unified fields. The act of channeling is essentially an act of surrender and service, offering one's mind and voice as a clear conduit for wisdom, healing energy, and guidance that is beyond the channel's personal knowledge or ego. It is a fundamental truth that we are all, at some level, channels, filtering universal energy, but this practice is the conscious, focused refinement of that innate ability. The mechanics of channeling: conscious versus trance. The various mechanics and modalities of channeling. Broadly, channeling falls into two main categories: conscious, or light trance, and trance, or full trance. In conscious channeling, the practitioner remains fully awake and aware, translating the incoming thoughts, feelings, and images into their own words, functioning as an energetic interpreter. This method maintains a strong connection to the channel's intellect and discernment. In contrast, trance channeling involves the channel stepping their conscious awareness aside, allowing the communicating entity to utilize the body's vocal cords and speech centers directly. While more dramatic, this requires immense trust and rigorous ethical preparation to ensure the purity of the connection. Regardless of the type, the key element is vibrational alignment. The channel must consistently raise and maintain their personal frequency, often through meditation, clearing, and ethical living, to receive guidance from the highest and most beneficial sources within the spirit realm. The spirit realm, hierarchy and source identification. The spirit realm and the importance of source identification. The spirit world is not a monolithic entity. It is structured, diverse, and populated by beings of varying levels of evolution and intent. A crucial step in channeling is the ethical practice of discerning and vetting the source. We seek to connect with guides, masters, and beings who operate from a space of unconditional love, non-judgment, and alignment with the highest good of all. This is often achieved through a simple, yet powerful, ritual request. I only allow beings of the light who vibrate with the frequency of unconditional love to communicate through this channel. Understanding the hierarchy, from individualized guides and angels to collective, non-physical entities, like the Seth material or the Abraham group, allows the channel to interpret the context and scale of the wisdom being offered. Ethical channeling, discernment, integrity, and ego. The ethics and integrity essential to maintaining a clear channel. The biggest hurdle to pure communication is the human ego. The channel must cultivate a practice of radical humility, ensuring that personal opinions, desires, or fears do not contaminate the message received from the spirit realm. This means practicing rigorous discernment, questioning any message that promotes fear, judgment, dependency, or self-aggrandizement. The spirit realm, when sourced correctly, offers empowerment, unconditional love, and freedom. Ethical channeling demands that the information be shared with the intention of empowering the recipient to connect with their own inner guidance, rather than fostering reliance on the channel or the external guide. This practice is fundamentally about holding space for truth, not performing a spectacle. The purpose of the exchange: healing and evolution. We now turn our attention to the purpose of the exchange. Why do beings from the spirit realm channel through us? Their primary motivation is to facilitate human and planetary evolution and healing. Channeling provides access to perspectives that resolve dualities, offer solutions to complex societal problems, and validate the immortal, sovereign nature of the human soul. The messages often focus on the power of choice, the reality of vibrational resonance, and the centrality of love. The energies channeled often produce profound physical and emotional healing simply through the act of exposure to a higher frequency. The purpose is always to remind us of our own divinity, to activate dormant abilities, and to assist humanity in making the quantum leap toward a more conscious and unified state of being on Earth. Integration and the channel within. We now move to integration and the channel within. The ultimate goal of engaging with channeling is not to seek external validation, but to activate the inherent channel within every individual. All of us have the capacity to connect directly with our own higher self, our inner guide, and the divine source. The external guide, the channeled entity, serves as a catalyst, offering wisdom until the practitioner feels safe and confident enough to bypass the intermediary. We conclude by committing to a practice of daily clearing, grounding, and intentional listening, recognizing that the most sacred communication is the one we have with our own soul. This practice completes the cycle, transforming the passive receiver into an active, integrated co-creator who walks the earth connected to the boundless wisdom of the unified field. Subscribe for more.